Incoming transmission. Good morning, cadets, and welcome back to our Mass Effect Andromeda playthrough, where we are back on the Tempest to read emails and gonna turn in some of those side quests. So that means Aya, we have like 2 side quests, and back to the Nexus as well. And also, in the interest of time, I did a bit of things off screen, like change the mods for my weapons that I had like a couple of level 6 I could improve, and also checked with the crew to see if they have anything to say. And there's only like 2 crew members, except Gil, that is part of the quest, that have some things to say quick. Other than that, nobody else says anything. So we're gonna check with those 2 crew members and read the emails and start turning on those side quests. First thing, Callow.
I hear you found a stasis locker from the Solarian Ark.
Technically, someone else found it first, but yes.
How wonderful! I know it's not the Ark itself, but any sign is better than nothing, surely. Please, if I can help the search at all, just ask. Or ask anyway. You're good company.
Thank you, Callow. You as well.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
If it comes to that, I'll ask you for help. Let's start reading some email, one of them being from Joel. Oh, and we have a lot of emails to read. Okay, meeting with Axul, to Ryder from Moshai Sefa. Pathfinder, Joel expressed that you wish to meet with Axul. It has been a long time since he and I spoke. He was so changed by the cat. It was difficult to talk to him, but perhaps enough time has passed, and together we can reason with him. I've arranged a meeting at my laboratory on Aya. Please come at your earliest convenience. Ishare, Moshe Sefa. What do you know? Another thing to do on Aya. Next. Call me. To Ryder from Reyes Vidal. Ryder, something interesting just fell into my lap. Call me when you have a minute. Reyes. Okay, will do. And Aya, diplomatic efforts. To Ryder from director Jaron Tan. When we left our old home, we never planned on having to negotiate with an alien civilization for a new one. It's vital we placate the Angara and keep them on our side. They've opened an embassy on Aya, and our diplomatic team is already settling in. I'm counting on you to ensure our success. You have established ties with the resistant leader, the Moshai, and Aya's governor. Do all you can to learn everything about them and their supporters. The better we understand Aya's political structure, the more successful we'll be gaining their help colonizing Helios. Director Tan. Okay. You're making waves. To Ryder from Reyes Vidal. Spread the word at Tartarus and import of your expert handling. Should be spreading the word. It's a bit weird. Okay, I'm gonna start again. Spread the word at Tartarus and import of your expert handling of the rock car. I've only made a few embellishments and left out my involvement, of course. Wouldn't want to steal your spotlight, Reyes. Ah, so it's meant like I spread the word. But, okay. Dear customer, to customer 427 from Bootleggers Association of Kadar. We appreciate your previous business and hope you enjoy our unique power-packed homebrew spirits. We are constantly improving and experimenting on new blends, so be sure to check back with us. Sincerely, Zed, founder of the Bootlegger Association of Kadar. Response, matriarch credits to Ryder from Drac. It was a scam. Do me a favor and don't tell Vetra, okay? Vetra told you it was a scam. You didn't listen. Great job, Drac. Great job. Now we have to live with it. Okay, visit the Andromeda Initiative Embassy on Aya. We have another thing on Aya. So this might take us 1 or 2 episodes actually. And we had, what was it? Lost in Night in Town. Ah yes, call Reyes. So it's actually this one. Hold up, yeah, I know I'm opening the menu too often. This is actually from the Tempest. Got it. We can do that. Right. And off to our second person. Where should move? Over here. Cora?
Pirates, exiles, severed heads. Kadara Port's a peach, huh? And Reyes treats it all like a game. Anything you needed?
No, nothing right now.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
And that's everything regarding crew members. Like I said, something really short, but I could have just skipped, you know, not recorded. But it's something new. I say, why not? Right. Let's contact Reyes first, then maybe next I'll talk with Gil, because not sure if...
You have pending vid calls.
Thank you, Sam. Not sure if I talk with Gil now how far the main story advances. If this is something similar or like the suicide mission in Mass Effect 2. You know, timed, or I'll be forced to do a main mission, who knows. Okay, I only have with Reyes.
Ryder, how's my favorite Pathfinder?
Well, this doesn't sound urgent.
Suvi said you called about something important.
Thought you could use a night off. Sloane's holding a get-together for the locals. I managed to snag an invite. Care to be my +1?
She's hosting a party? Why?
Sloane doesn't seem like the party type.
She sees these events as a necessary evil to keep the people happy.
Okay, I'll bite.
I'd never say no to free drinks.
Especially from Sloane's reserve. I'll meet you outside Outcast HQ.
Okay, and this is actually regarding settling Kadara. Okay. There we go. The only thing... Hey, wait, did I read this datapad? Ah, yes, this is the poker log. The only thing that I didn't check off screen is... what's the conversation with Gil. And I think we might just go and turn in some of the side quests on Aya and do the Nexus, and then maybe talk with Gil, because if I'm forced into a mission by talking with Gil, then, you know, it's not okay. Let's just select something from Aya, and I'll solve Aya first, then the Nexus.
Now orbiting Kadara.
We only have 3 quests here. Night on Town, boosted the signal, and healing Kadara. We cleared that list of quests really good. So we still have Aladdin, Remov, those 2 worlds I haven't scanned, and nothing else opened. Okay. I have stuff to bring you guys. How many we have? I think we have like 4 quests or 5, if I remember correctly. Four. There we go. Let's see how fast this goes. Well, 2 of them were just turning them in, so that might go really quick. Not sure how long the others will be. And where is each one located? Oh, we actually have a side quest as well. Let's get the side quest first. Oh, you're from a Thurian, actually.
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supplies to your outposts.
What brings you to Aya?
For survival supplies, only Aya has. I'm waiting on clearance to enter the city, but it's taking too long. I understand their caution, but the outposts need these supplies. I have to get them, now.
They let me into the city. I can help.
I appreciate that. To start, EOS needs a way to produce food to support population growth. They've requested quinoa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
Okay.
I'll make sure to get those seeds.
Vol's power grid is lagging without proper solar input. The solar amplifier would give them a boost. The solar technicians here may have the required parts.
I'll see what I can find.
Anything else? Supplies for EOS. Okay, there are two different side quests. That's the solar amplifier, the what was it? Kilo seed. Oshai and musical instrument. And was this? Yeah. Let's select that one. Seems I can just walk. I think I won't need the fast travel. Hopefully those guys can give the items really quick and not make me do more errands. Right. Let's talk about your satellites.
You're always a welcome sight, Pathfinder. Still no word from our search vessel. How goes your hunt for the missing satellites?
Your people caught scavengers from Kadara port stealing them. There was a fight. Your ship lost.
I sent them out. And risked your life, too. The scavengers, Angaran? Have our deserters preyed upon us again?
No, unfortunately, they were from the Nexus.
Criminals were my people. Exiles. They ripped your satellites into scrap. I brought what's left.
The initiative is supposed to explore, not steal and kill. Why would your people steal something that protects us all? Murder those who are only trying to help.
Well, they weren't exactly part of the initiative. I mean, anymore. They were exiles.
These were a few bad people. There are thousands of good ones out there.
How can we tell the difference? Maybe the others are right. What if you are no better than the Ket?
These scavengers abandoned the initiative, just like your deserters left you.
And we hate them too. Keep what your people stole and go. I can't talk to you anymore.
Oh, come on, don't be like that.
I know I shouldn't blame you.
Sorry to hear
It's
things went south with that Angaran astronomer
sorry.
rider. Found a silver
Please
lining,
go.
though. The scrap satellites are gonna come in extra handy.
Not as handy as what we could have had, but I'll take it.
Gil, come on. Could have helped me here. Should I have just lied to him that it was Ungarans who did that? Just to keep the relations? No. You have any other... Oh, you do have. Information Bulletin. Update 7832-E. Translated from Selesh. Ket raid on Dar Hiljav. Resistance scouts on Vold report a Ket attack on Dar Hiljav has left the settlement in ruins. Exact casualties are still being calculated. If you are from Dar Hiljav or have family there, please contact Enro Bossan in the governor's office. Nutrient-based processing breakthrough. Teams researching food processing discovered an improvement to refinery techniques that will yield a 50% increase in caloric values and better preservation of the original ingredient's flavor. Statement from the Moshai. In answer to persistent public inquiries regarding the health and status of Moshai Sefa, she has released the following statement. Thank you to everyone who has expressed concern for my well-being. Rest assured, I'm currently hard at work with the Milky Way visitors to eliminate the Ket threat and restore peace to our people. Okay. Information Bulletin, update 8519-J. Translated from Selesh. Elgar and Jay's family joined. Members of the Elgar and Jay's bloodlines have announced they are joining. The union has occurred because of marriage between sons from each family. The family expressed great happiness at this joining and are consulting on an inclusive name for the newly extended bloodlines. Nexus delivers gifts to Aya. The Nexus ambassador has announced the delivery of 2 gifts to Aya. The first is a cultural and historical exhibit of artifacts from the Milky Way galaxy. The second gift is one of the Omnitool devices used by the Pathfinder, which we have been encouraged to develop for our own use. And severe weather reminder. The governor's office reminds Aya citizens and visitors that we're entering the cycle of each year when weather patterns become unpredictable. Take precautions against the possibility of sudden and severe storms. And we have Travel Advisory Sector 837, translated from Selesh. Reports continue of hostile activity by scavengers and raiders throughout the Aladdin system sector. All spacecraft are advised to avoid traveling via established routes, and as this seemed to be well known to the attackers. Please contact the port captain for updated safe nav points through the Scourge. As an additional precaution, do not share your travel itinerary or nav point route with anyone who doesn't need to know, for your protections and theirs. And that should be everything regarding news bulletins. Let's get the solar amplifier.
You work on the solar panels. Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
Sure. And I'm gonna give you the salvage. Okay, we have that one. Let's get the seeds, and then we're gonna check the embassy.
Weird question. You don't have any Kiloa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some?
Yep. Thank you. And I see we have Thurians, Solarians around here. And somebody was saying something about security around here. Oh, Ven, you're here.
Ven? Thought you'd be in a resistance holding cell.
That was Ephra's plan. He wanted to throw me down a hole once he got his precious answers. The Moshae convinced him to release me here. I volunteer and they let me see sunlight.
That's surprising.
They didn't expect the Moshae to be in your corner.
Figures should be forgiving. All part of her image. The Moshae keeps her high ground, and I'm the traitor who gets a second chance.
Well, at least you're alive.
It's better than what Sloane would have done to you.
Lucky me. I should get back to work. They're not paying me to stand around. Oh, that's right. They're not paying me at all.
So, community service. I was about to say that I don't think they're paying you. Armor merchant. Can we talk more now?
I'm not selling to aliens.
Okay. So you're still against me, so you won't sell. Got it. Okay. This should be the way to the embassy, hopefully. Oh, Ambassador Rial.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Reynolds.
No rest for the
I've
weary.
never lied to a director before.
Okay, we can talk. Got it. And I remember this door was actually locked. Now I remember.
Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
So you must be an expert then.
I assume you're trained for first contact diplomacy.
I'm a social anthropologist with a linguistics background. Close enough for Director Tan. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
True. But it sounds there's trouble. Any help you need?
If something's wrong, I need to know.
Maybe you can help me fix it. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator.
Uh-huh.
I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
I can look into it.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
Any other problems?
Aside from Sorvis Len, is everything okay? Need anything else?
Actually, yes. Director Tan gave me a project. He wants more Aya natives to live on the Nexus. He thinks it will deepen our partnership. A few Angara expressed interest, but none of them will agree to live on the Nexus without speaking to you first.
Why me?
After what you've accomplished? I didn't want to bother you, but you asked.
True.
I'll point you towards the candidates. If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
Okay. Any other future plans?
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
Okay, that's a good plan. And what about the other initiative visitors?
How many of our people have they let into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
That's huge.
It's more than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social visits, but I'm holding my ground. We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all things considered. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
Yep, that's how it should be. Because
That's all for now.
we are
I'm here if you
alien
need
here
anything.
in the end. Okay, there's the Kilo. Moving into the Nexus. Moving into the Nexus. I'm just gonna select this one, and I'll just fast travel here. Deliver the items to that guy. Let's call this. And then I'll fast travel back. And hopefully we can convince these guys to move into the Nexus. Okay, you are way over there. Got it. Right. Wanna move into a new place?
Ambassador Riala said you're thinking of moving to the Nexus.
Pathfinder. I'm honored even to be considered for the transfer. But I won't be happy as just an observer. I need to work. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed employment alongside your people?
I mean, it's not entirely up to me, to be honest. So it is up to them. But if you have the qualifications, then I'm sure.
If you put in a request, someone will get back to you.
And if they refuse? I'll have to think about it. Thank you, Pathfinder.
That's true. I mean, I don't want to lie to him, to be honest. Say, yeah, sure, they'll hire you, and then he moves there and not be able to do anything. Okay, Merixus, got your
I
items.
found Kiloa seeds for Eos. Is this enough?
It's perfect. I'll make sure Eos gets them.
Okay, and
Here, I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
and that's you finished, right? Something over here should be. Okay, we're done with that one, which means fast travel back to the market. And maybe one person will decide to move to the Nexus. Where are you? You're over there.
You're one of Ambassador Riala's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you finally showed up. Let's get down to it. I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens who didn't want me dead. But my family's here. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
I mean, we have technology for that.
You'll have ways to send them text messages and comm transmissions.
I want contact with the people I love. You offer machines. Not good enough, Pathfinder.
Okay, so I guess you'll not be coming to the Nexus. Right. Let's climb through here. Talk with Service Len. Then the last guy to move to the Nexus. Return the musical instrument. And then talk with Noshai Sefa. Perfect. That should be everything here. On Aya. Right, what's going on here?
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Yep, relax for a second.
Ambassador Riala sent me to check on you. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Okay, what else did he say?
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
Okay, where is he so I can get his side of the story?
Sounds like there's more to this. Don't suppose you caught his name.
Didn't ask, didn't want it, didn't need it. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters, see if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
Great, of all of the Salarians, I get the most arrogant one.
I've told you everything.
Ay. Can I just...
Stop wasting
I might end up doing the Resistance job.
The Moshai told me about the artificial intelligence they brought to Aya. It must be hundreds of years old. The things it must have seen. Hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
Is this Angaran? I found it on one of your homeworlds.
Son above. It's an ancient Ravan. A musical instrument. It uses Angara's body energy to produce music. We have them now, but nothing is beautiful. The songs it played were probably lost long ago. How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories, it's all gone.
But you can make new history now.
You're already rebuilding. Look at Aya.
We have a long way to go. In any case, relics like this help us.
Well, I'll get going.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
I don't think that's... Oh, that's not the end. Okay. Do you want to come to the Nexus? At least you?
Pathfinder, Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
Not exactly. There are no guarantees. Say maybe 99% sure you'll be safe.
We'll take every precaution, but entering an alien environment is always a risk.
I appreciate your honesty, and so will my family. I'll convince them to let me go. Thank you.
Is that it? We already interviewed them. Or... Okay. Now it says complete. Damn, Frey, you were scanning me.
You have questions? Be quick.
No?
Thanks for your time.
Yes, yes. Go.
Unfortunately, you don't have anything new to say. I was expecting something new. But I guess not. I hear you beeping. But communication terminal. No, nothing new. You're down here then.
Sam, what's this?
A decontamination console for visitors to the Med Center. Touch the start pad to use it.
Ah yes, we already know about that.
I detect the infrared dye Sorvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our man.
Okay.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
Well, I'm here to listen. Tell me your side of the story.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me?
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
Uh-huh, got it. So that means we kinda upset the balance then.
The Vassal never accounted for outsiders living on Aya.
There's only so much room. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
Well, you have a chance to make this right then.
He thinks you want him dead. Tell him what you just told me, and let's move on.
Thought I was clear the first time. Maybe his translator malfunctioned.
I'll talk to our ambassador, see if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
Okay, got it. Cora, anything else?
It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going. Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Let's us focus on everything else.
Don't worry, we'll do. Right. You know what? Let's get back to the embassy first, and then we'll end up with meeting with the Morshai. hopefully that Salarian is gonna be a bit more agreeable. Because I kinda wanted to punch him myself, to be honest. Okay, things...
Director Tan wasn't thrilled with the results of the Nexus exchange, but I appreciate your help regardless. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Yep.
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya.
I've heard of it. Why?
Angara are selling their slots to come here so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Oh, we have to do something.
Well, I would suggest talking with the Angarans.
Governor Shai is on our side. She'll know what to do.
You're right. We need to solve this problem together. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director Tan immediately.
Yep, you do that.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
Hopefully things get better. Otherwise I'm gonna be annoyed. As per usual. Right, Moshe Sefa. Let's have our meeting. And that should be everything with Aya here. Where is PB? Anything else to say?
I love seeing our Milky Way peeps mingling with the Angara. It's early in our interspecies relationship, but I hope we can build on the momentum.
We're doing more than that. We're forging an alliance.
We have an amazing opportunity and a great responsibility.
Whoa, that's your inspiring voice. You really can't turn off diplomat mode once it's on, can you? Just riding you, Ryder. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, PB. You as well.
If should have come to me.
Shh, Axel, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's she doing here?
I was actually looking for you.
I asked the Moshai to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Axel, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. She risked her life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
Well, that's a bad example. You know, let me give you better ones.
I don't condone what happened on Gadara. But one bad experience doesn't define an entire species.
Your kind has a history of treating each other unfairly. Just ask the Krogan.
How did you?
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Axel... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket, even without exaltation, they change us.
I still think there's hope to bring him to our side.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
Okay, that happened. And we can explore this room now. We do have... I have vault plans and we have some data pads. Notes regarding exaltation. Translated from Celeste. The question isn't how the Ket genetically modify us, but why. If exaltation is their reproductive process, Ket are a model of inefficiency. If they can transform one life form into something so radically different, then surely the Ket must also be capable of creating clones. Wouldn't that provide more satisfactory results, especially for such a xenophobic culture? The goal of incorporating useful genetic material from other species into baseline Ket genetic material doesn't fully explain the level of effort they expend. Exaltation is a lengthy and labor-intensive activity. What I witnessed at the facility didn't feel like mass production. It was almost religious. There's so much about our enemy I need to understand. Okay. I still think they're like trying to incorporate the best parts, you know, from other species. Let's see about this datapad. Notes. Moshai Sefa. Translated from Selesh. Begin dictation. After years of staring at these vault plans, so much of it still remains a mystery. Not that we haven't tried. Still, after what happened, maybe it's best to leave the vault alone now. We spent so long on Aya striving to learn whatever we can about the Remnant and their amazing constructs. I see our future in these Remnant plans. Call it intuition, scientific intuition if you will, but I've marked it down here for posterity. We'll see what unfolds. So hopefully something better. Can we talk
I found
more?
a device Ven was using to communicate with the Archon. I think we can use it to triangulate that Ket flagship's nav point.
All you have to do now is board it, steal the Meridian artifact, and escape in one piece.
Piece of cake, easy, but I'm open to advice.
You've been there. Tell me what to expect.
I saw very little. Corridors, an interrogation room, my prison cell. The Archon's vessel is a place of pain and death for the Ket's enemies. No one has attempted anything like this before. For all our sakes, you must succeed. Now it's my turn. Thank you for freeing Ven to Rafat Kadara. I'm told you saved him from execution.
I hope he was useful.
I know you wanted to question him. Did you learn anything?
Enough to understand his motives. He lost his way. But I have hopes he'll find it again. Ephra wanted to punish him. I suggested Ven help tend Aya's gardens. He spent too long surrounded by death. He needs to reconnect with life.
Anything else regarding Ket?
Any ideas on how we stop the Ket for good?
The real question is, how do we define victory over them? Complete eradication? Unlikely, costly, and morally dubious. Drive them away? How? What stops them from returning?
Peaceful coexistence doesn't seem to be an option.
There's much we still don't know. The Ket are not a simple problem. We can't reduce them to a simple solution.
And what about you? You okay?
I'd like to know more about you.
What about me intrigues you?
Work?
What are you working on these days?
I thought being a Ket prisoner was the worst fate imaginable. Then I got home and saw my backlog. A Valek comes in every so often asking if I have a second. At this rate, I'll never catch up. To answer your question, I'm busy with everything and nothing. We'll see which wins.
You're an expert on several topics. Remnant, Ket, stuff I don't even know exists.
All true. Why? Do you want to be my student?
Is that an option? Because I didn't train for this job. At all.
Yet you do it well. There are two kinds of knowing. What we take in from the universe, and what's already inside us. You have the essentials figured out. The rest you can learn as you go.
What else can you tell me about your homeworld?
Are you originally from Maya, or someplace else?
I was born on a research vessel in deep space. My parents were explorers. They never stayed in one place long. My own work has taken me to every world, many times over. They all try to claim me as their own, but if I'm honest, my favorite chair is here.
Regarding Joel?
You and my crewmate have a close relationship. Any advice? Hints?
He talks in his sleep. Worth it for the look on your face. Jarl is a dear and hopeless former student. He has a good spirit. You're lucky to have him, that's all.
Thank you. Other questions? So, about your title.
My translator doesn't know what to do with your title, Moshai.
Because it isn't a title, it's a reference. People from mythological times, before the Scourge. Legends say we once had many Moshai. Master inventors of unfailing wisdom, guided by boundless compassion.
That's a lot to live up to.
It's nonsense. Don't remember who first called me Moshai, but I do recall telling them to shut up. To my regret, the name stuck. I've minded less lately. Being the Moshai has its uses.
Okay, so you're starting to take advantage of it in a way. What's your plans for the future then?
When the Kett are gone, if we fix all these worlds, what do the Angara want?
Depends who you ask. We're individuals. Paran will continue spreading hope and optimism. I don't know what Ephra will do without an enemy to fight. Retirement won't suit him. As for me, maybe I'll just fade away. That's what people do when they're no longer needed, right?
True, I guess.
Thank you, Moshai.
Ishare.
Ishare. And that should be everything then. Right here. Right, let's get back to the Tempest and check on the message. And that will be... that'll be a good point to end this episode. I'm curious if I'm gonna have a quest. I should have on EOS. Bye guys, have fun. Try not to break too many things. So what, we have one Angaran that wants to...
Oh, Gil wanted you to check in.
Yeah, I know, Suvi, thank you. So we have one Angaran wanting to live on the Nexus. We don't have any email. Okay. What happened on EOS?
Prepping VidCon communications.
Thank you, Sam. Distress call.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Prodromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
That's a bit vague.
Could use more information than just hostiles and the worry of escalation.
Could be he's worried it's not a simple attack. If someone's willing to risk attacking Prodromos, your first outpost...
They're trying to make a point.
Indeed. Any other details?
That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No Ryder, but also no alarms. The orbital buoy isn't showing any major traffic. Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present less of a target.
Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
Alright, so we have our destination back on EOS. Just gonna go towards the bridge and we're gonna end it there. This took longer than I expected actually. No, we had some stuff to read, but hopefully you enjoyed this episode, guys, and I'll see you in the next ones. But as always, don't forget to take care.